Hello everyone, welcome to Oben. Today we have special edition of joined by young people from US and we're going to discuss about Irrecha and other Irrecha related issues. Stay tuned. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, just to begin with, can you introduce yourself and where are you from? Let me start with Robert.
Okay, my name is Robert. My name is Robert Yaya, Robert Abu. I am from Portland now, and I'm here for Irrecha, to experience Irrecha for the first time in my country, my motherland. So that's what I'm here for.
Then on to you, sir.
My name is Harun, and I'm from Portland as well. And I was born here, but I grew up in the U.S. And I'm here to experience Irrecha, as many of us came from U.S. And I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Then, sir.
My name is Baker Yaya, and I'm originally from Oromia, Ethiopia, but I spent a lot of time in America, almost 23 years, and I'm excited to come back and celebrate Irrecha and be around my people.
My name is Tufa. I was originally born here in Asasa, actually, and I moved out there when I was like about 5 years old, maybe. I've been out in the States about 27 years, and I came to Irrecha 2019, and I've been coming every year since then.
Mm-hmm, I see. Then, Robert, you said that you are here for Irrecha, and what is Irrecha for you?
So Irrecha for me is, what it is for everybody is for people to come together and give thanks for, what we all have, and to celebrate together. Just be together and celebrate this beautiful, beautiful culture that we have. And I'm here to experience it like everybody else on my motherland. Like I've never experienced it before here. So really looking forward to Irrecha and Finfinne and also in Bishoftu.
Mm-hmm. Irrecha, to me, is Takuma, or Takuma means it's like unity. So for years, I heard about Irrecha. I never get to experience it. Maybe it's because when I was living in the U.S., the other part is we don't have that kind of freedom to come together as one for many reasons. But I came in 2019 and I fall in love with it. And as a one celebration that we come as together at once. It could be any religion, it could be any the area that you're from, and that doesn't matter. You come together, you celebrate, you give thanks. It's basically Thanksgiving of Oromo people. So you give thanks to the God, thanks to your family, your friend, for everyone. So I'm very excited to be here, and it's one of my favorite holidays. So I wish I could come back every year. Now trying to come back every year, and that this is the best place to celebrate Irrecha. So I'm excited to be here.
Mm-hmm. As you just going to Baker, I think this is the very first time that you come for Irrecha. And how does it feel like being here for Irrecha for the first time?
Leading up to it, I couldn't sleep. I was having a hard time sleeping. I was so excited, And for me, when I came here in 2019, I missed it. I just, the timing wasn't right for me. And when I came in 2019, I discovered this sense of home that I didn't know I was missing. Like I didn't even know that I was missing being here when I felt it the second I got here. And then coming back almost 4 years later, that sense is even stronger. I'm excited. I'm ready to celebrate. I'm ready to be around my people and give thanks. And that's exactly what I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. I see. When we landed here, he asked me one question, like, how do you feel, I told him, I'm just happy. I don't even know why I was just feeling happy, and just some type of sense that you in your home country. So, and I think you feel that even in the air. And so just being here makes you happy.
I see. Then because we Stufa then.
Actually, Irrecha, I'm going to start. Irrecha for me is actually peace. Even coming here gives peace, because when you're in the States, a lot of people work and a lot of stuff stresses you out, and when you come here, it's so peaceful. And coming for Irrecha actually makes you happier. And what Irrecha is to me is a lot of Oromo people coming together and celebrating it, and you don't get that in a lot of places, and especially doing it in Finfinne and having different type of Oromo regions come together and do it at the same place and a big gathering and giving thanks to whichever they thanking to, and it's very honorable to do it with the people you love.
Forever, I think you guys are like from US and like coming all that long way to celebrate Irrecha in the capital of Finland, in Bushov, and just how does it feel like being Oromo and being raised in US and like thinking of this beautiful culture and always like aiming to celebrate Irrecha in the capital. Now you have got an opportunity to celebrate Irrecha with Oromo people for the very first time, and how does it feel? I mean, just I want you to elaborate things you're feeling and how does it feel?
Yeah, first and foremost, I would like to give thanks already, before the Irrecha even starts, for being given this opportunity to come to, my country and celebrate this wonderful holiday. So for me, being raised in the U.S., there's definitely a gap in between what is cultural and what we see over there. Of course, you go into a new country, you have to assimilate somehow, and so it does take away some of your your culture. So to be back here, to reconnect and to use the opportunity of Irrecha to do that is very special to me.
It happened twice a year, so we have a reason to come back.
Hey, maybe you can plan that now.
So like
yeah, like I like they were saying, I wish Irrecha every day. Like we're all very excited to come here. And the one thing is like before I came to in 2019 to celebrate here, to the point like you hear stories about our culture, how our people are, and it doesn't even seems like true because you like things that you hear is not the same. So when you come here and celebrate it, I was like, wow, our people are actually have deep culture and deep understanding of what their culture is. So. And coming here is just proof that we have a lot of culture that we need to be proud of. And I'm excited.
Seeing like people from different part of Oromo region makes you just excited because like some of you don't see that in the States, like all type of regions coming together and enjoying the same thing. Like we're actually having the same bond, and it's very hard to get that in the States. So coming here every year is amazing.
Haru, let me just start with you. And as you have said, Irrecha is just a Thanksgiving holiday, and beside the cultural or just the religious, you may have different religion. I hope that even for you may have for different religion, but you are here for Irrecha, and Irrecha is whereby you find unity, whereby you find just people celebrating, like in Thanksgiving, saying thank to Waka for bring them to the winter, to the summer. And so it's just a Thanksgiving holiday. And beside your religious, you may have different religion, different perspective, like political or identity, ideology. Like you may have different things, but it's where you find unity, it's where you celebrate in unison. So what do you want to say?
What I want to say, yeah, like you said, this is where, like earlier I said, Irrecha is Tokuma. And when I was here last time, I see young, old, different culture, different religion people holding their hands like this and dancing with each other throughout Finland. So that's how we show like unity. That's not what someone told you to do. It just happens naturally. So that's why like Irrecha means there's no division between any religion, or it doesn't discriminate. And you just saying thanks to whoever you want and celebrating your food, and seeing all this like different outfit from different region of Oromia. So, and I'm thankful to be here, and I'm wish, like you say, Irrecha happens more often.
So you're saying that we may have like different religion, but Irrecha is what we have in common.
That's what I saw when I came here. That's what that's Irrecha always been. I mean, probably in the past our ancestor, they don't even have a religion. Maybe they just a lot of them walk fata. But one thing that they have in common is just saying thanks. That's how I think it started. I'm not very historical, but saying coming from the winter to spring, saying thanks to Waka. So that's like they come together to celebrate that. So I think Irrecha is where we all come together and say thanks.
It doesn't matter which religion you come from. It doesn't matter which region of the country you come from. You're here to celebrate one thing, and that's for me, anyways, is Tokumumai, your unity. And then you come here and you give thanks. You join the festivities. You enjoy the festivities. You go home in peace, and everything happens in peace. Now, I haven't been to any Irrechas before, so for me, this is going to be my first time here in the motherland. So I'm very excited to see how it's going to be.
I completely agree with what he says, and I think that is the most beautiful, like one of the most beautiful things about Irrecha is that it's one of those few things where religion doesn't really come into play into it. You come as you are, and it's one of the most welcoming, ceremonies or events to anybody, and it's really exciting to see that, and I enjoy the fact that that is something that is being standed on, and the core pack of it is unity.
So just Irrecha is what we have in common.
Yes. That's one of the main things that we have in common. That's a very important thing. And I think that right there overshadows any differences people might have. And I think a lot of people put their differences aside for that day, for that period of time, and they come together.
I think 2019 is the biggest gathering in one spot in a long time, or maybe in history. Like nobody forced anyone to go there. There's a lot of people who wanted to come, but it's like the city is crowded. They can't enter it. They didn't even let them in. But that's how it shows that Irrecha is where you don't get judged for what you're wearing, for who you are, for where you came from. It's where we come as one and celebrate the holiday.
I see. Tufa?
Like they were saying, it's been a lot, but to me, Irrecha doesn't have that no religion, so any religion could participate in it and just enjoy it, and it's you just party and get together, learn each other's culture, each other's languages, and understanding that makes me feel like a lot better than living in, like, when you live here, you probably don't even see the people, but there in Irrecha, everybody gets together, and they're coming together from different part of Oromia, and enjoying it makes it feel better than anything.
Harun, you were here in 2019 for the first time, like where Irrecha celebrated after 150 years in the capital Infinite. And how does it feel, celebrating Irrecha in the capital Infinite for the very first time? And one thing I want to remind you is it was not just a gift. It was like through struggle and sacrifice, and much sacrifices. And what you want to say on that?
First of all, I would like to thank for those people who gave their life for us to celebrate Irrecha peacefully and Finne. We have now celebrated that it's supposed to be celebrated in our whole capital, but that didn't happen for years, and I just want to thank you to those us their life so that we could celebrate Irrecha and peacefully. And secondly, so we have this peace that we have now, and we need to take advantage of it, and also move forward. There's always conflict in any world around the world, but coming together as one, moving forward and supporting those and remembering those who give their life and sacrifice, and helping those who still improving this country to make peace is what I would like to say. And it feels very nice and very humble to come here, and I feel honored to be there and celebrate Irrecha during 2019.
Irrecha is where people come in unity to celebrate and to thank Waka for the blessing that they have received. And it is strengthening the Oromo's unity. And maybe regarding this point, maybe if you want to say something especially.
To me, is one of the honorable things to do, because like you said, for a long time, Irrecha been not celebrated in Finfinne, and having that in 2019 and having the biggest gathering, I think even in the world, that many people never came together at one place and lived peacefully back. And it's one of the best things that I ever seen. And it was the happiest I ever been, and I come back every year for that.
I see. Then Roberta?
Well, I've not experienced the Irrecha Unity before, but for me, it's going to be, well, I'm anticipating it to be just a beautiful experience where everybody's going to come, gather around, just have this peaceful, loving energy. I can already feel this really positive energy, the city right now, leading up to Irrecha this weekend. So definitely looking forward to what we're going to see here. It's just going to be a beautiful gathering.
First thing I guys got to be said is, you know, this wouldn't be able to happen if it wasn't for the sacrifice of the past. And, you know, it's almost our obligation to come here and celebrate and remember as well too. You know, and I look forward to really, really taking it in the experience, because for the most part, you know, in the States, I spent most of my time in California, and it wasn't really much culture that I can go to and experience. Our rituals used to be like 30, 40 people. So being able to come here, you know, 30, 40.
It's gonna be a gathering of, you know, millions of, you know, people.
So for me, you know, there's always a longing of the culture that I just, it's a hard time to fulfill when, you know, I would have to go to Minnesota to go experience that, or anywhere else. But, you know, that's, you know, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 people, right? So now coming here, I can't even fathom it, and I'm excited. And like they were saying, you know, Irrecha hasn't happened yet, but you can feel the love. You feel the sense of community. You know, everybody's excited, and that wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the sacrifices. So we want to give a lot of thanks for that.
I see. Harun, what do you expect, you know, on this Irrecha? Just what comes to your mind when you think of Irrecha? I mean, the cultural clothing, you know, the beautiful dancing, and, you know, just other stuff. And
well, I already saw some of it because there's a lot of fashion show this week, and I saw beautiful men and women dressed up in cultural clothes, showing their cultures, dancing. And what I expect is the beautiful culture that we have showing with other clothes. And the second thing is dancing, singing, our voice, you know. And the third part is like coming in peace and living in peace. That's what we did in 2019. That's what I was here last. And there's a lot of, you know, a lot of people thinks Oromo is not peaceful people, you know, but by showing them in this biggest gathering in the world and living peacefully with love and unity, that's what I want to see again. Excited to see that again.
right. Then, Rivera, what is in your mind exactly, and what do you expect on this Irrecha?
Well, what I'm expecting, I've already, you know, like Harun said here, we've had 2 or 3 fashion shows that we've gone to. One of it, I mean, you know, it involves just a lot of beautiful clothing that modern. It's a mix of modern and, you know, traditional that I'm really I haven't seen before. So it's really beautiful to see. The culture is just glowing, flowing out there. People are happy. People are just, there's just this energy leading up to it. So, what can I say? It's been beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. So we have been going to a lot of fashion shows lately in the past 2-3 days, and the standard of the shows, the fashion shows, is like westernized standard, and even the clothing, the Oromo culture is on that level. And seeing that was so beautiful, and the people, the women, and the beautiful women and the men that were wearing it is one of the amazing things I've seen. And coming to Irrecha this weekend, I'm expecting to see the same thing, but people coming from different part of the country to enjoy everything.
I would also like to add on. I'm sorry, it's going to but they also say that you know, Oromos can't properly organize stuff, can't properly do things the right way. You know, I mean, if you guys went to the fashion show, you guys already seen how, you know, top tier the organization was, and like how beautiful it was, and how, you know, it literally looked like
like you're in sites, like
you know, I give you a sense.
Like it was a lot of. I never went to a fashion show like that.
Yeah, it looked like we were like in Paris for Fashion Week or something like that. So that was this opportunity. Not only do you get a chance to meet people that are, you know, from this country and you know, the country you're coming from. There's people that come from Europe, Australia for this event. So it gives you an opportunity to share culture with other people as well too. So it's, you know, it's really nice. And when they come here, everybody comes together. We can do something really amazing.
I see. Before coming here, what was in your mind about Ethiopia? What was your perception about Ethiopia, and what did you develop after coming here?
If I go back in 2019, before I came, I honestly did not think Ethiopia would look like that. And I, like through the media, there's it's basically what is it shows like, oh, Ethiopia has underdeveloped, and even all African countries. So coming here and seeing and like people working hard, they might be saying in the past like, oh, Africans are lazy or something. People working hard, the country is growing, infrastructures. So seeing that is, I really, really amazed. And the other thing is how we're saying like the fashion show is very organized. I'm talking about from the hotel, taxis, restaurants, everything is to the standard. I'm proud of my country. I could like bring other people to show this to, it's to the level like a lot of places are like in the standard of the Western. And usually how Africa or Ethiopia have been seen is basically just a slums. I want people to experience the mountains, the beautiful like buildings and culture that we have. And that's what excites me. That's what the one thing it changed my mind. And on top of that, like I could tell you all this, but it's better if all the diasporan and everyone in other around the world to come and see on your own eyes and tell me if I'm lying.
You might just wake up someday thinking Symphony is Europe, because you can't forget as being like to that level. So to the diaspora that haven't experienced this, I urge you to come here and check it out because it's really, really up there.
Don't walk, run.
And things like that. So just you're urging them to come and visit what's going on in the country, and so let them see the reality on the ground.
Absolutely, and I think that's important. And I think that's something that me personally, and I think all of them are gonna, when we go back to the U.S., we're gonna talk about that and hopefully, establish something along the lines here where it does invite the diasporas here, and give them an opportunity to come see as well too. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, to be honest with you, that's the first time I came was 2019, and like I was supposed to stay here for maybe like 3 weeks. I end up staying here like a month and a half. Like is one of the best thing, and every year from then on, like I can't wait to come back. And every time I come back, like things change, like different things change, and I want people to come check it out before it's too late.
Mm-hmm. I think the diasporas are like much misinformed about what's going on in the country, especially about the infrastructure, about the development, especially after the reform government took office. And what message you want to convey to these people, especially after you have observed the infrastructure development and how the city is just becoming beautiful, because like you have seen in the opinion,
to be honest, like in any world or any countries, there's always like media sometimes play a different role to make you believe what's not there. And yes, we rely on media. I don't want to hate on you guys because you guys are the gap between us and the whole society. And on top of that, but like it's always better to come and see and experience on your own eyes. Yes, Finfinne is very growing. Finfinne is ours. We speak freely. We see wherever we go in the hotels, in the street, in like restaurant, people speaking their own language. Be proud, not only Oromos and other peoples too. And I don't want to disregard that. Everybody is doing what they're supposed to do. And the real, like I see democracy and I know a lot of time Oromo being seen as a people who doesn't know how to run the country or something, right? And so we as Oromo, the Gada system started from back in the days where the Western even took that democracy and put it around the world and using it to this day. So I just want people to come and experience, appreciate what we have, and like believe in past and live in a future.
I see. Since you first about the GEDA system is where everyone is, treated equally, and where, people learn living in peace with the nature. And if you see, like, if the people are going to Irrecha, they hold like the green grasses, then the flowers, that is the respect that they have for nature. And when it comes to, the one of the very, almost culture is, like tending the seedlings and like planting seedlings and living in peace with nature and like protecting the nature has been the very known culture of Oromo people, and Oromo known by like making things beautiful. And after the Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed came to office, what change did you observe, especially on different mega projects in the country? Like we have seen, different mega projects in the capital and surrounding, and maybe in this regard, what better doing to come by?
I've seen a lot of changes, even starting with schools, or like how we dressed up, and the trees. Like we got our system. We sit under the order. We always look for future, past, and a future. So I've seen a lot of fracture and changes, and I hope we move forward like we're doing and continue that the path we take is a way we help our country grow.
I can definitely add some things to that. The country just is growing at a rapid pace. It's looking. It's maybe correct me if I'm wrong. It's one of the fastest developing countries in the world right now, and there's definitely a reason for that. It shows you can go anywhere in Finfinne, or you can go even outside, and you can definitely see the infrastructure is changing. It's just getting better for our people and everybody else that wants to come here and visit or live. So yeah,
I see. Then
actually, since the last time I've been here, 2019, a lot have been changed, and you can see that there's opportunities for everybody. And when I say that, like the things that I didn't like the 2019 was there was a lot of like Chinese people here, and they're living like and I feel like that opportunity to go to some diasporas to do like IT or agriculture or like even like building, this construction, design, and all of that could go, that opportunity to go to the diasporas. I think some people that have that opportunity to come here and look at it, and if they like it, there's an opportunity for them too.
I didn't know that a country can change so much in 4 years. When I came here, from the second I got to the airport, it was different. To wherever you're staying in, or whether you're being a tourist, whether you're going to some of the parks, you're going to the Friendship Park or in Toto, everything has improved. And the new infrastructure that's been put together when it comes to buildings and all that improved. I was very surprised, me myself. And there's just, the standard of quality that I saw 2019, I wasn't as impressed as I am right now. So, and that's why we say, like, I feel like this is just the beginning. And I feel like as more people come and see it, and then, the economy grows here, the more the country would develop as well, too. So, I'm excited for the future of what's going to happen in this country when it comes to, the development of the infrastructure.
Is that us as diasporas, we have a responsibility to come back to our own country and actually, whatever you learned outside, you can contribute. You can do a lot better than what you can in somebody else's country. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're in America, Australia, and Europe. Like, it's never going to be yours. So for that reason alone, I say learn what you learn out there, bring it over here, and just use that. That's it.
One time somebody said the Africans, when they only come back when they get buried, and I don't want that to our generation, and I want every diaspora or like people from around the world to want to come and like help your country grows. We all like educated, we have something to contribute, and also not just contribute, you will learn a lot by coming here. I learned a lot from the people, and you just feel peace. There's nothing, a lot of things that bother you, and come contribute to your own country and learn from the country, from this country too. So that's, I want to invite everyone to, maybe like us as a young diasporas, we close that gap between what's out there, what's here. So like maybe like we all have our responsibility to tell what's Africa, like Ethiopia is in general. And so for that reason, I think come and contribute and learn.
I can completely agree with what they say. And you know, it is a duty, right? And I feel like your contribution, you know, whatever fields you do, is greatly more appreciated here. And I think, you know, one of the really nice things is that, you know, this is your country.
I see. Then, Silva.
Yes. Just like what they were saying, actually, like whatever, most of us graduated from college, and as most of people in the Westerns, they go to college, they graduate, learn some things, and sometimes like working there and building somebody else's country is like you never feel home until you come build your own home at your home. And people that have some type of like strength to do, or it's a lot of things here are missing, and you know, I feel like those things could be fixed if the diasporas or whatever education you have or whatever like strength you have, you could bring it here and, you know, bring something to the table and we'll be accepted.
I want to add on that too, and also we from here we want that kind of engagement to kind of get like invitation. Why there's no conference for diasporas to come here for investment? Why only 2 days? Why we don't have Irrecha? We work, something's happening as a festival, so everybody could learn from each other and invite, like you could partner up with Ethiopia Airlines to do things like that. Maybe you get a discount to come, and also have like with hotels. So I think we all have a responsibility to do something on that path, so that when we have open table for anyone to come, if they want to invest, if they want to work here, if they want to live here. So I think by showing them, we also, from this side of the country, we need to have some kind of initiation to invite us and show like some kind of like show like we need you guys here to. I mean, like, yeah, you guys like Ethiopia doesn't need anyone, but like it'll be nice to have that like two-way road.
When I said I didn't come for 20 years, that's very common. And I think it's because, you know, maybe you don't feel welcome or you don't feel like it's no longer your country. But I think if there was an opportunity like that to where they said, hey, you know what, we're going to hold a conference, or, you know, if we're investing, or just to kind of see what it is and see maybe an opportunity for you to come actually live here, you know, then, you know, that would have pushed me even sooner to take that initiative.
Finally, maybe if you want to say just happy Irrecha, and if you have holiday message to our viewers and, you know, diaspora community out there.
Yes, happy Irrecha. I'm excited to be here. Happy to be here. And for all Oromos, non-Oromos, everyone around the world, happy Irrecha. I can't wait to celebrate with you all. Let's have some Tokuma and celebrate this Irrecha peacefully. I see.
I first want to say, Ambo, thank you for having us here. And I want to say happy Irrecha. Thanks for the city for having us. And I'm excited. I'm looking forward to celebrating. And everybody who's watching this, I wish you guys love and peace. And hope I'll see you at Irrecha.
Shout out to my people for welcoming us the way you did. You know, because you know, that's the whole reason why we're here. If we didn't feel love, if we didn't feel like this positive energy, we wouldn't be here. So I just want to say happy Irrecha to everybody watching this, wherever you are, diaspora here, and to everybody, you know, Oromos, not Oromos, everywhere in the world. So happy Irrecha.
Thank you so much for having us here. And it hasn't like it feels like honorable. I'm very happy to be here actually, and I hope everybody that's not here should come join us maybe next year and, you know, continue this growth of Tokuma.
Thank you for joining me. And much thanks, Eddie.
Thank you so much for you having us and for OBN having us here too.
Yeah.
And happy Irrecha, everyone. And thank you for those who also sacrificed their life for us to be here today.
Great. Dear viewers, I hope you have enjoyed our discussion like with the young people from the US, and we have had a great time, and we will discuss a lot about Irrecha. And this is what we have for today. Thank you for being with us, and happy Irrecha then.